Welcome to another episode of the Home and Away podcast. A couple weeks off, but it's a great Sunday here in Overland Park, Kansas. I'm Caleb Lawrence, joined as always by my brother and co-host, Jacob Cobb. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm not bad, my guy. Just chilling, vibing.
Hell yeah. You watching this national championship game?
No, I'm not because I'm on my iPad now, so I don't have it streaming.
Uh, well,
Also,
we got Texas. Texas is up 19-15 in set one, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
rooting for Texas.
Absolutely.
Why you not rooting
Absolutely.
for Midwest school?
Because I don't care. I mean, Texas got Jermaine O'Neal's daughter, so Asia's the GOAT.
Texas got better colors, probably
Way
better
better
jerseys.
colors. Their jerseys are way cooler.
I
And they're
mean, I am
sponsored
a
by Nike instead of Adidas, so that's better also.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're probably right. Well,
But let's get it popping with a little game recap. Game yesterday. Well, first of all, I guess we'll start with apologies for missing a couple weeks here. Been a bit more hectic than we expected with the move. So haven't quite been able to hop on and connect as easily as we expected, but hopefully back into a pretty regular routine. We're not sure if we'll get one out for next week, but the plan is that this will be the holiday episode, just in case we're not able to get one together next week for Christmas time. But after that, should be back to a regular schedule once a week. We're settled in here, so it's been a great move, really exciting, and we're happy to be back in the KC area, setting setting some roots here in OP.
yeah, maybe you should give your recap first because how's it been? Give a little how's it been in Kansas City? How's it feel to be a Kansan now? This is the third state I guess you've lived in now, or fourth state you lived in now.
Fourth state, yeah. Um, it's pretty cool, I guess. The move was good. It took a we had a lot more stuff than we thought we did when we went to pack, obviously. And then so unpacking just took a long time.
Mhm.
And then went back to work. So that's been okay, bouncing around a couple different branches. Um, Other than that, we just, kind of been trying to settle in, find our places, find the grocery store. You kind of forget like how essential that part of the routine is, like where your grocery store is. Does it fall on your way to work or from work? What gas stations you like to go to? Luckily for us, there's two quick trips right by our apartment. So um, I'm rocking with quick
Ooh.
trip till the day I die. So if there's a quick trip, I'm going to it. And there's two quick trips right by us, so that's great. Other than that, just kind of been getting going. We went to UCM men's game on Thursday. It was great to see some people that we knew, and saw a really poor game by the Mules. I would say they lost it by 20, I think, but they were in it until about midway through the second half and just got away from quick. Moso went on a pretty quick run to get it to 20-25 and just couldn't get it back close after that. But overall, it's been really good. We're excited to be here. We have a daycare that we're going to interview next week, so we might find Carson some daycare. I know he's missing some interaction with kids for sure. Melissa took him on a walk the other day down to a playground or down to a park, and she said he saw some kids and he was just like kids and pointed at him and wanted to go play with them really bad. So he's definitely missing that interaction with a lot of other kids. But so hopefully we get back at daycare soon.
Yeah, my boy needed to make some more friends. He need to make some
No
new
doubt.
friends.
No
The
doubt.
mules, the mules I've seen are struggling now in MIAA play. They started out the gates hot, but I don't think
Yeah,
they've
I
won an
mean,
MIAA game yet.
I think it's a full rebuild. So
Yeah.
uh
Well, they started off the season though like 3 or 4-0, and I was like, oh shoot, are the mules back off
yeah,
rip?
but if you're playing some, I mean, you know how that beginning of the season stuff goes. You might
Yeah,
might have some cupcakes in there, and
it seemed like they might have had four.
yeah, you might have had some cupcakes to start. Might have had that schedule set the way you wanted it to be.
For sure. Definitely that. There was something else I was gonna comment on, but I was letting you finish first. And now it's slipping my mind. Oh, I was just gonna say, I think we both agree like Quick Trip is the goat of gas stations, but what would be like a second for you? And I know there might be like some Buc-ee's lovers maybe listening to this, but like I've never even been to Buc-ee's, so I can't really speak on it. It looks pretty cool, but some people have said it's cool. Some people said it's annoying because it's too crowded. So I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about it. I'm sure I would like it, but I've never been to one, so I can't speak on it. But to you, what's like number two?
Okay, so I think it's difficult. I think you have to give some parameters. So I'm gonna give those. I've been to one Bucky's. It was awesome. They have a bunch of food and stuff. It's huge. Like it's cool. It is what it is. It's a cool place. There's also like the other gas station that I've been to that's elite as well as Sheets, but they're like all out on the East Coast and stuff. Um, and that's also great food. I think the big separator for gas stations is the cleanliness and the food, right? Like if
Yeah.
you go and it's a clean place and they actually have decent food options, it's a great environment. And that's where Quick Trip separates itself from pretty much anywhere else in the Midwest.
I feel like every Quick Trip is usually pretty clean too.
Right. Right. It's great compared to
There's a
others.
couple stinkers that I've been to, but for the most part, like majority
Yeah.
of them are clean.
I think you can generally count on it. Um I I will say, let's see, the second place for me, it's got to be, so in Fargo it was one of two places. We either went to Holiday, which is a spot up there, but they were really hit and miss. It wasn't like Quick Trip. You're generally, I would say the vast majority is nice, and you get your couple stinkers, like you said. Holiday was like 50-50 shot. It was either really bad or really nice. If you got a newer one, it was really nice. If you got a not newer one, it was not good. Um, but they generally had like the energy drinks and stuff we look for. The other one that, like, they're never nice really, but you can always count on it. Plus, they got the pizza is Casey's, right? Like,
The new Casey's are really nice though.
yeah,
The
but we
newer
didn't have
ones.
that many new Casey's though. Like, it was mostly old Casey's.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like Casey's.
And then
Casey's.
one more that I want to give a shout to. It was more in the cities areas, and I think as you get a little more east in the Midwest, like they have them in Wisconsin and stuff. Is it's called Quick Trip, but it's KWIK Trip. So different Quick Trip, also very high quality. Not as good. People up there will debate it that it's better than QT, but Quick Trip with a K, also a very solid option for sure.
Yeah. Another one that I've always thought we were like low key kind of decent. Like were the like pilot gas stations or the loves like on the long
Yeah,
haul
sometimes
road
they're really
trips.
dirty though.
Sometimes, but like on the long haul road trips, I feel like they have good like snack and drink options. So they have like usually a
Right.
lot of refrigerators for a lot of drink options and like a lot of aisles for snacks. Because like I think it's probably because they have so
Truck
many options
stop,
because
yeah.
truckers, yeah, the truckers come in and a lot of times they have like a restaurant attached to them too.
Right.
But nah, I like those. But I'm a Casey's guy for sure. I enjoy a good Casey's. Nice slice. Get you a little slice of za. Get you something to
Yeah,
drink.
that's the
Be
elite
on your
part.
way. The Casey's. Oh, especially if you're going on a road trip and you leave early in the morning. Say you leave
Breakfast
early in the
pizza.
morning at like 6. Maybe you didn't eat right away, but it's like 8 o'clock. You see the Casey's on the next exit. You say, "Yeah, it's breakfast time, boys. Let me go ahead and drive in here and give me a slice of bacon breakfast pizza.
Oh, whoa,
Call it
whoa,
a day."
whoa, 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 whoa.
You're a sausage guy.
Yes, breakfast pizza sausage is way better.
I like both, but sometimes I don't know. Right now, when I was thinking about it, I was like, which one would I grab right now if it was in
Melissa,
front of me?
come
I
in
might go for
here.
the bacon first. I might go for
I
the
need.
bacon first right now. If
Hey,
I'm
I need
keeping
you
it a
to talk to
buck.
this man real quick. He said bacon breakfast pizza is better. I need you.
I didn't say
No.
it's better. I said right now, if I was to grab one, I would grab a piece of bacon.
Sausage with the sausage gravy. Caleb says with the cheese sauce, sausage
Bro,
gravy.
you got to get the
Period.
cheese sauce. That's the OG way,
The
right? Like,
cheese
what you're
sauce is better.
tripping.
She's tweaking on that, but the
Hey, I will
sausage
say
is the
this
best.
though. I do love
Maybe it's like the pregnancy.
Might be the pregnancy.
I do love the quick trip breakfast pizza if you guys haven't had it.
It's
Gas
solid.
I
with
haven't
the
had it.
You should try.
Better
it
than
has a gravy as a sauce, and you can get like you go in and you order on the little side thing, like the little counter. So just order on the little touch screen. It's ready in like 5 minutes. You sit there, wait, shop around while you wait, and like you can even check out before because they give you a little receipt you can scan at the front. And yeah, get the chipotle sauce on the side with it. Get the and it's a personal pizza and they make it fresh. I think that's why I like it
Oh,
a
okay.
lot.
So it's not just a slice, though. I like
No, it's a
that.
little mini personal pizza.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay. That's all. I just needed you to tell him that sausage is better. Yeah, sausage for sure.
Remember on the way here, we stopped at Casey's to get pizza, and they had one sausage and three. We each got two pieces, obviously, and three bacon. And I wish they were all sausage, but it's okay.
Yeah. Sausage is way better.
I would have smacked both in bacon and be all right with it. For real.
Thanks, man. But so Quick Trip for you is the second.
No, Quick Trip's first.
I mean,
for
Quick
me.
Trip's number one. Sorry, I'm
And
at Pilot
Casey's
or
is.
Casey's.
I just love stopping at Casey's because of pizza more than anything. Just I know I can
Yeah.
give me a slice.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
And
like,
that's the true separator.
Casey's
of
are
any gas
50-50
station.
though for sure, being clean or not.
Right.
The only thing that sucks about Casey's sometimes though is you'll see like on the exit sign, oh, there's a Casey's this next exit, and then it'll be like a mile into the town if it's like a rural
Right.
one because they
Like,
always
bro,
usually put them
just
like I think it's because they put them like in the town because it's kind of like a little convenience store too. So in those small
right.
towns,
Right.
that's the only bad thing about the Casey's. That's why I was saying like a Love's or a Pilot sometimes can be clutch on the long haul road trips because
Because
they're
it's
just
right
usually
off that
right
exit
there.
every time.
They're
Yeah,
always
every
super
time.
easy to get into and get out of. I think that's why I enjoy those. But okay, I'll recap my games. I don't know. I don't remember the last episode we had. If I've had a game, I've had 2 games or 3 games or
I think you've had two. I think you've had two since then.
2 since then. Okay, so I mean, my last 2 games I played really well. 2 games ago we played against Ploiesh. On the road, we got the dub. I think we won by 10 plus. I think double digits. Um, could have maybe won by more, but we kind of just started like we all were just basically on the same page. Whoever was on the court, like, hey, let's just run 24-second offense every time. Let's not even give them a chance because essentially we had already beat them. So it wasn't like we needed point differential or anything. We had already beat them once. So as long as we won, even if it was by 1 point, it didn't matter that game, Like,
Right.
sometimes over here we're shooting at the buzzer, even if we're up 10, because
Right.
like that's just how it goes in Europe. It's like point differential matters a lot more. So we just ran long offense, got the job done there. Never lost in that gym. So that's a good feeling knowing that I've never lost there. I've only lost to them once, and it was on a
Never lost.
I think I've only lost to them once, and it was on a BS foul call or BS no call last year. Um, yeah, we lost by 1, but yeah, and I had 21 and 11 that game. This was my first double-double of the season. I really haven't been rebounding the ball that well this year. I don't know. It feels like nothing's bouncing to me, but that game I felt like every single basketball was bouncing like right at me. Like I wasn't even really having to like fight. Like I mean, I was having to box out. But like even like tipped rebounds from the other side, I feel like we're just falling right in my lap. So it's nice to get a little dub. Got to get at least one a year, You know how that goes. And then last night we played against Fokshan and we beat them by like 30. Yeah, we beat them by 30. I've lost to them a few times. They're a tough team to play. They've got some really, really talented guys. They got a guy. I don't know if you watch the game, but they got a guy that you for sure have heard of before, being a Duke fan. Derek Thornton.
Yeah.
Remember
Yep.
him? He was like top. He was the same class as me in high school, and I remember him being like top 20 or something on ESPN top 100. And yeah, man, he was shifty. He was really shifty. Good player. Seemed like a good guy. We chirped a little bit towards the end. Got a little chirps in. But it's all just part of the game to me. Like I really don't hold nothing personal against nobody. Like if we're gonna chirp, you know what I mean? Like I think he drove the lane real hard, and he's kind of like strong, got a good base and like really good body control. So he's kind of like he had done it multiple times and got the foul or finished it, like threw his body into like you, but like threw it hard into like the body. So whenever I'm trying to like jump straight up, but like when someone just jumps right into your gut, like you're gonna naturally like go
Kind of
over like
banned.
this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they end up calling a foul on me, and I was like, all I said was no. Like that's not a foul. Like all I said was no. That's all I said because I was obviously not trying to get a tech or nothing. Just said no, and he's like, you don't think that's a foul? I was like, nah, bro, you jumped into me. And I was like, they just feel bad for you because you down 30, but go ahead, get your free throws. And he just kind of laughed. And then after the game, everything was cool. So it wasn't like we were talking crazy. Um, he just looked at me and said, yeah, we are down 30. He's like, I'm trying to do my best about it or something. I forget what he said, but it was funny. But no, they have a solid team, man. They just haven't have lost a ton of close games. I think they're 1-11. They're 1-11 this year, but before our game, which we kind of blew them out, they had only lost like 2 games by double digits the whole year, and they were 1-10.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
and they had like a bunch of 1 possession and 2 possession games, and I'm like, man, their record could easily be like, 5-6 or something. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like without a
right.
doubt. But yeah, I almost feel like that would be worse low key than having than having like all blowouts. You know what I mean? Like feeling like, oh, we're right there every time and we can't win, and now we're in a hole. But yeah, I had like 14, 3 rebounds. I think is all block. Shot it all right, 5-9. Smoked the layup. Didn't catch the ball. Never had it in my hands. Ended up smoking it. Smoked a little floater too. So it kind of was a lay.
Yeah,
Smoking.
Dad did say you smoked a layup. I haven't got to watch the game
He
yet,
said
but
I airballed it because I threw it over the backboard, but I like back cut, and the pass kind of got tipped, or like I thought it was gonna get tipped. So like I had kind of already moved my hands, and I bobbled the pass. And when I cut, the dude kind of had his hand on my hip and was like kind of pushing me out of bounds, but it was a guard because it was on a switch. Like I popped, and then like they switched late on the pop, so I just sprinted back door, to try and beat him to the rim, and I got a
yep.
step on him, and I threw the pass. It was like kind of a hard pass. It wasn't a bounce pass on a backdoor cut. It was like a hard chest pass, and I couldn't get a hold of the ball. And then I was like about to go behind the basket, and I was like, I just got to get this up, and bobbling in, just like threw it, and then went over the backboard because I never really had it in my hand. And they had
Okay.
like their 7-2 dude was like trying to come block it, I think. So he's just trying to get that thing up there before it got swatted or something. But it's tough. Smoked that, and then I missed a little floater that like I got a switch as well, and I pump faked him, and he kind of bit on the fake, and I just got him on my hip and like bumped like twice, got to a little spot on like the block, shot a little floater over the help side, and kind of smoked that too. But
Little
I was
smoky.
like, yeah, and I missed those, and then I had 2 wide open 3s that I missed. I was like, man, I could have had like 20 easily this game. I was like, that's sweet. But
Just didn't
and then
want to do
I,
it
I
right,
I had one more 3 ball that was so wide open. Our young buck sent me a good down screen. So like we run this play where it's like the catch wing, and then the point guard throws the ball wing, and I'm on the block. And after he passes the ball, he comes sprints down and sets me a down screen, and I come up and catch. And then I'm supposed to catch, and then the point guard comes back for like a handoff action and then rescreen. And it's kind of just like false action into like handoff, rescreen, top of the ball, top of the
right?
key. And but like I had already gotten it twice that game where I come off the down screen, and they were just like their bigs aren't very mobile. They're really, really big. They got like a 7 footer and a 7'1", 7'2" dude. And
Jeez.
but neither one of them moves like great, And the down screen, they had both gotten like caught up on it, and I just sprinted up and I shot one early in the game, hit it, shot another one because I was wide open again because they said another good screen, and dude was late, missed it. And then the third one, bro, I was like, dude was still in the paint, like he was caught on the screen. Young Buck set a great screen, and I literally looked at the rim, and I swear to you, bro, I had this thought in my head, like at that moment, I like pump faked like this, and I thought to myself, I said, I'm gonna let Young Buck eat because we were up 30 at that time. It was fourth quarter. I literally had that thought, and I just waited. I waited for him to come get the ball screen, and he was just standing there still holding the screen because he thought I shot it for sure. He thought, no way. He's like, no way, he's not shooting this, like because my man's still on him. And then finally, he like kind of turned around to look to see where I was at, like see why I didn't shoot it. And I'm like, come on. And he's like, okay. He runs up, gets a handoff, says ball screen, goes, drives, gets an unsportsmanlike foul on the big man because the big man was like trying to stop him from getting the layup, but like grabbed him from behind. That's the
Damn.
unsportsmanlike
Yeah.
over here. So he got 2 free throws in the ball back. I was like, man, I just want to let you eat once. Like 2 free
Want to let
throws
my
ball
guy
back
go to
though. I was
work.
like, I guess it was good for the team that I didn't shoot it. We had a chance at a 4 or 5 point possession.
Right. Right.
Um, but yeah, so that was our game. We're on a little win streak, I think, right now. I don't know how many we've won in a row. Three in a row, maybe four,
Okay.
3 or
Okay.
4. I think. I
Getting
can't
it
remember.
rocking, huh?
Yeah, man, we're 7-4 right now. I mean, we're in the position we need to be in right now. We just got to stay here to finish this out. I think we have. Let's see, we have Fulcha this week. Then we have Aradia. Then we have Craiova and Seaview. Yeah, I think to round it out. And then after that, they split into the top 10 and bottom 8. So right now,
Right.
I think we're sitting at like fourth on our side. So like top 5, make it to the top 10. And
Okay.
yeah, we're sitting pretty good right now. So just to keep winning games, man, not worry about what everybody else is doing. Some some of the I feel like the coaches or the guys on the team, they watch like all the other games and they're like, oh, this team needs to win for us, blah blah blah, to give us like. And I'm like, boys, really at the end of the day, all we got to do is win the rest of our games and we're in no matter what. So
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, even if we don't win the rest of them, I mean, people will lose, bro. Like not
Right.
everybody's
You just
gonna
gotta
win out.
control what you can. Gotta control what you can.
So just to win at least a few more games and then, see what happens, see where we get placed at and everything.
Right.
But yeah, it's been good, man. It's been good. Ready for Riley. Riley gets here tomorrow. So, my life's going to get a little bit better for a couple weeks and then a lot more boring
Absolutely.
and lonely after that.
At least we get the good couple weeks though.
Yeah, for sure. For
And
sure.
it's
Better than
Christmas
none.
time, so that's nice.
Yep, yep, yep. Holidays.
Beautiful.
Speaking of holidays, I mean, this is kind of the holiday episode. So this is the holiday special, you might say. Um, so let's go ahead and get into a couple of topics here that we have. I guess the first one isn't holiday themed, but we're going to get into some Kicks Corner topics, and then we're going to roll into a draft, and we're going to draft our favorite Christmas movies, which full, what is that? Not full, what do they say?
Closure?
Full
Transparency?
transparency, full transparency, full disclosure. We think we may have done a Christmas movie draft before, but we can't remember. So we're doing it
No
again.
idea. So we're gonna redraft it.
we're gonna go ahead and run that back because we're not sure if we did it yet. I have to have Caleb make the edit this time so I can post it on socials so that and then I can look back and be like, okay, we did that one. But the first one was kind of your topic that you brought up. So if you wanna intro in that first kick corner topic.
Yeah. Most of them are gonna be, like you said, holiday sneakers and stuff like that. But just wanted to kind of make sure you saw and talk a little bit about one, the release of the AE1 Anthony Edwards first signature shoe with Adidas. Kind of a shoe that's making a ton of noise. I feel like I think it's like one of the most talked about signature shoes this year. Really one of the most talked about signature shoes, especially the first signature shoes that I could think of in quite some time. And then Adidas, the day of the release to the general public, like rent it, I guess, basically paid for all the sponsorship at Target Center, the Timberwolves home arena. They had shirts everywhere. They had like an AE1 logo. A bunch of staff had AE1s on, including the mascot. So it was like a big deal. And I wanted to know if you saw that, kind of what your thoughts were about the sneaker, and would you wear them? Do you want a pair of them? Obviously, colorway matters, but yeah, what are your thoughts?
I think the AE1 is really cool. In a way, I think it gives me a little bit of like a retro vibe, but also like a futuristic vibe at the same time. Because like when you look at like that one piece kind of like when you look at that like one piece kind of construction that it has, which I think it might be like full foam or something that wraps all the way around, or um I don't know exactly what the construction details are. Um, but it's giving me like a little bit of a foam posit vibe.
Okay.
Just because of the way, like, you know what I mean? Like that, it looks like, I don't know what the materials feel like, but to me, it looks like it could be like more of like a sturdy, like material wrapping around the whole shoe, kind of like the foam posit was, if that makes sense. Obviously it doesn't like look necessarily like the foam posit, but like, it's just giving me that type of vibe. If you understand what I'm saying there, picking up what I'm putting down.
Yep.
I'd like to see a couple more colorways for sure. But the all like peach colorway is really sick, that they've shown so far. And it's supposed to be comfortable. I've seen some sneaker reviews on it. It's supposed to be pretty nice, pretty comfy, pretty bouncy, I think. So it's a good looking shoe, honestly. I would rock it 100%. Adidas has really been stepping their game up to me this year. Like I like the way that the trays look this year. I like the way the trays look this year. I like the Hardens from last year. A lot of people love the Hardens from last year. Apparently a great performer too. The new Hardens this year, love them. You're a hater. You don't like them, but you at least thought that all white colorway was pretty crispy, which it was.
Yeah.
And
All whites was cool.
Yeah, and honestly, the Donovan Mitchells maybe were his best signature this year too, I think. And they were supposed to be a good performer, one of his best performers. So to me, Adidas is really stepping up their basketball game, trying to close that gap maybe a little bit with Nike now. Got like the hottest young NBA kind of like superstar cusp guy, I would say. Like everybody loves
For
Ant.
sure.
Seems like just because he's like so
Sure.
lighthearted off the court and stuff. I feel like that'll carry his like fandom, and start him even higher. So
I
yeah,
think
no,
Adidas kind of has a theme going. I think a lot of their signature shoes feel like they have that like futuristic feel right now. None of them really look like the exact same or anything, but they all have kind of a futuristic feel almost.
put that in the camera there. I like that peach colorway. That
The
was one I was
middle
talking
one,
about in the middle one. Yeah.
yeah, that one's fire. I like that one, and I like the black and white one. The one that came out first isn't my favorite, the black and orange one, but all three of those colorways are nice. The other two are my favorite compared to that first one that came out today or
Yeah,
a couple days ago.
I agree. But you think Adidas paid the Timberwolves to do this? Like probably, right? Like it's like
Yeah,
paid
I'm sure they like
advertisement.
sponsor the game basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I was kind of wondering this though. But like it's crazy. It's crazy to me a little bit that like they were allowed to do this in a way. I'm kind of surprised like Nike didn't have some kind of like endorsement deal thing
Right.
where they couldn't do it maybe. But at the same time, I know that I've watched some interviews before and like some teams have like sponsorships from other brands like New Balance, I think maybe was on like
With the
when they did
Celtics.
the interview, yeah, and they have this like
Yeah.
thing in the background that has like the logo and then like a logo of like one
Yeah.
of the sponsors. Like theirs was New Balance, and then somebody I want to say had a Under Armour one before that I've seen. So like I guess
Really?
other sneaker companies are allowed. It's just like they're not the official. Maybe I guess Nike's deal is probably just to be like the apparel and jersey sponsor, not the actual like
Right. Yeah.
not like
Not each team.
the
Yeah.
teams can get whatever sponsorship they want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But like that was like where my head went though whenever I first saw that. I was like, oh, like Nike's supposed to run the NBA, like Adidas is shutting down the whole game basically to release a new shoe, which is pretty neat that they're able to like that they're willing to like go to that length for Anthony Edwards too. And basically just make the game all about him.
Right.
Kind of
Just
funny thing about the NBA though, that shit would never happen over here. Like make the whole game about one dude,
about
basically
one
like the
person.
whole
Yeah,
night
no,
about one
they're
guy.
against that.
Yeah, but I thought it was really cool.
I thought so too. I think they've done a great job marketing the shoe. I think from like the first commercial where it was like Ant taking out a bunch of people's shoes and like talking about how his was better or whatever. And then what else did they do? They had the tweet where Ant said he wished KD would wear them, and KD said he'd never wear them. And then Adidas was like, "You dusty, about to retire anyway, or whatever."
Did they delete it?
Yeah,
Didn't they
they
delete
deleted
it?
it and then
They
said
should
like,
have
"Oh,
kept it,
well, that was
man.
supposed to be from my burner account or something."
Yeah, they
Because
like doubled
KD went,
down basically on trolling him.
yeah,
Yeah, because he's known for
yeah,
having the burners.
yeah. So it's been really good marketing leading up to it. So I was glad to see it come out well, and it looks like a great shoe. And I would love to try a pair, but can't just be dropping money on everything because I
Actual.
need those all black Kobe's that come out next week.
Those are fire. Speaking of Kobe's, the big drop for the reverse Grinch dropped Saturday, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Or no,
yeah.
Friday.
Friday,
Friday. And
Friday.
I didn't even enter. I text you as
Neither,
soon as they came out, or it wasn't a drawing, I guess, but I didn't even like try to cop them. Like I
me
got
either.
on there, I saw the notification, I got on there, I clicked on the button, and then I saw like 190, and I'm like, bro, do I really want these shoes that bad? Like if this goes through for 190, I feel like I'm gonna have buyer's remorse. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna exit out of the app.
That's how I didn't like.
They're sweet though.
They're cool, but like I don't need an all red pair of basketball shoes right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mm-hmm.
just whereas the fours that are coming out the day after Christmas, I think it is, all black. Like, yeah, I'll definitely take those.
You could
Those are
rock those too off the court. I feel like the all
right.
black.
Like you could rock those if you wanted to. You could hoop them if you wanted to. Like those ones are super fire. They're also 190, which I get it. It's a lot for a basketball shoe, but it's like at least we're getting Kobe releases right now. Honestly, is the biggest thing. Like I know they're expensive. They're gonna sell out. Probably won't be able to get them, but at least we're
I
getting Kobe
mean,
releases. Like that's 2 in 3 weeks. That's a big change compared to what it has been. Um, but the reverse Grinches just weren't for me either. I love the original Grinches. I know we're gonna talk about it more, but like that's I would have to guess the most well known Kobe sneaker is the Grinches.
Grinch.
Like those are
The
still
Grinches got even
everywhere.
more popular because like those kids that were all wearing them now in high school, like they probably didn't
Yeah,
even know what they were whenever they first had dropped. But I
right.
remember back whenever they first dropped, and I thought they were so sick, bro. But they
Crazy.
were like hard to get because I don't know. I mean, they had like a public release, but then like they didn't re-release for a long time, until last
Yeah, I
year, I
mean,
think.
Nike used to always do the big Christmas shoe release, but then it
Yeah.
was hard to get. Like you didn't get them right away. You didn't get them is I but and then
But they were one of
you
my favorite shoes for a long time. People used to ask me, what's the coolest basketball shoe? I used to say the Grinches for like a long
yeah,
time. But
the
now I
Grinches are
almost
cool.
feel like they're played out a little bit.
They're like everybody wears Grinches, bro. And the thing that I think we talked about this before, but the thing that kind of makes me sick is like you see these high school kids, college kids, maybe they have like a plug or something like, but you see so many high school kids playing in Grinches, bro. You know their parents just spent $500, $600 on that pair of shoes that they're hooping in. And
Yeah, it
like
is a little bit OD.
that's tough, bro. Like I really want the all black Kobe fours, but if I don't get them for retail, I'm not buying those. Like that's just too much. It's not happening.
I want to say these reverse Grinches though, since we talked about on last episode how there was like a ton of pairs. Um, and I think I saw that they are like under 300 bucks or like right
That's
around
actually
four.
nice. Oh, I'm about to look at my size. Let me see what my size is. Nah,
And
bro. My size lowest ask
yeah,
is 590, highest bid is 510, bro.
the bigger sizes are more expensive, huh? Like usual.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hit or miss on the bigger size. Sometimes they're less expensive because there's less demand for them.
Your size is lowest ask 510, highest bid 470, last sale was 500.
Yeah, if they could get like under four, I would say like that's a little more reasonable.
That's
Um,
doable for sure. That's doable, but
Maybe they
like
will.
it's hard when it comes to hoop shoes because like I get it, like you want to feel confident and like feel like you look good when you're hooping and stuff, but like those shoes are made to get like at the point where you're actually playing in them, those are made to get beat, you know? So it's hard to be like spending $5 on it.
Yeah, I've never been that type of person to get that. Like, if I don't get them for retail or below, like I'm not wearing hoop shoes. Like, I'm not getting hoop shoes unless they're retail or below. And like, I used to
Right.
buy more expensive hoop shoes, but like on the lately, I've been on like trying to find some budget good hoop shoes. And I just got the Jaws, ain't ducking no smoke. We talked about those on the pod a
Yeah,
while
but
back.
they ain't ducking no smoke anymore. That's the
They
problem.
are though. That's the colorway though. They just covered the words on the side. They're pretty comfy though. I can't even lie.
They
And
are.
yeah, they're pretty comfy. I like them, bro. I think the colorways that he's coming out with are kind of sick.
The fact that you ain't rocking no Sabrinas is foul.
I don't see them on the websites over here, bro, in
Oh,
my
okay.
size. So,
Bro,
or else I
ain't
guess I
she
might have.
Romanian?
Yeah, bro. She's Romanian and she's married to a Romanian.
But she ain't rocking with Romania?
I haven't seen anybody wear them in the league, bro, and they're hella popular like in the states. So
Right. Maybe they just can't get them overseas yet.
I don't know. I don't know. It is kind of BS though, because you would think they would be here, but who
Right?
knows? I think I saw like Dunk Shop maybe got this sneaker store in Bucharest, but that's about it. But I got my jaws, so I'm cool. The Zions that I had, I liked them at first, bro, but they're just like too narrow at the toe box or something, and they like
Okay.
rubbed my pinky toe wrong. And then I think that was part of the reason why I started having this foot problem was because of them being too tight. So I haven't worn those in like 2 weeks.
Maybe that's why
Kyrie's are
Zion always got so
getting
many
beat,
problems.
and I busted out the side of the Stewie. So maybe he just has a narrow foot though, because I heard that the new Zions, I just saw a review the other day that said that they're really narrow.
Really?
The new ones, yeah, they got a drop in midsole and stuff though. Like they're giving me Kobe vibes for sure because they're low tops as well.
Yeah, that's what I heard that they're you know what shoe I've been looking at maybe getting a pair of, especially because they're like really cheap. I mean, I don't want to say really cheap. They're like 50% or more off. Obviously, it's an expensive shoe to start with, but the Jordan 37 lows, you can get them at least 50% off for a lot of colorways, bro. Like, so you can get
Really?
them for like, yeah, you can get them for like 90 to $100, and they're some of the colorways are fire to me.
I like the Jordan, like the numbered models still are like, I mean, I haven't had one in a few years, but like everybody always had said that they were like some of the best performers, even the ones that I didn't have. I think the last one I had was 36s, maybe.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
Or
it makes
what is
sense.
this? You said this is 39, you said?
So now it's 38.
Or 38. So maybe I had 34s or 35s.
Okay.
34s or 35s. But man, they're supposed to be like super comfy. It's what I've heard. All of these like numbered releases now because they're like they use the highest tech basically that Jordan has available, I think, in them.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know. But if you want to go into the big kicks corner topic, we kind of went
Yes,
on a
sir.
tangent there. We got going a little bit. Um One of the things we want to talk about was holiday themed sneakers. It's something that I would say is not as prevalent in today's sneaker drops. I mean, they still do it, but it's not as big as it was whenever we were kids. And like, like the NBA Christmas games used to be like a way bigger deal to me. Like they used to be promoted so much. It was always like really great matchups with some of the best teams, biggest stars were always playing. And they
Yep.
always had the special uniforms whenever Adidas was when Adidas was making the jerseys, they always made specific uniforms for Christmas, which I thought was cool. And now Nike doesn't do that. And yeah, and they used to drop like every signature athlete would have like they would have a big Christmas drop, and like Nike would drop all their signature athletes like Christmas shoe usually on the same day, I think, which they would also do with like MLK Day for like the Black History Month sneaker, I
Yep.
believe.
Yep.
And yeah, it used to be sick. And then they also obviously there's also been great other releases, not basketball related, like throughout the years that we're gonna get into and chat about. Um, I guess one of the first things I would want to talk about was one that I just saw the other day. That I moved it up to the top. And did you see the Jaws, like the Jaw Christmas edition?
I did. I did. I'm
Just
gonna have to
dropped.
pull it back up though.
Like I was just like I was really liking it just because it's reminiscent of like the old days when they used to have all the releases. So, but here they are. If you
Yeah, the
want to just
purple
look at
and
them on the screen, they're
yeah, I
like
see him.
purple and like a light green, but then the inside has like a chimney with the smoke coming out. So like that's what they're supposed to be modeled after. The chimney with the smoke coming out the top.
Okay.
Pretty cool colorway in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
I like those.
yeah, I was really liking them, and I was just kind of thinking to myself, like, respect to Ja for that, like going back to like that Nike Christmas release type of thing whenever they released on the
Yeah, they got
holidays.
like some brick on the back too. That's cool.
Yeah, they're dope. Um, but other than that, the only one I can really think of recently was like I know they came out with like kind of a LeBron 21 Grinch-ish color or LeBron 20 like Grinch-ish colorway
Yep.
last year. That was pretty sweet. Um, but really, like recently, I can't really think of a ton. So if we throw it back, these were the LeBrons, if you remember them.
Yep, I remember those. Those were fire, I
Those
thought.
were sick. Yeah, I liked them a lot. But if we go back to those old, and I wrote some down here, so maybe it could jog your memory a little bit. But uh, yeah, what were some of your favorite of those old like NBA Christmas drops, signature shoes? Like which ones were some of your favorites?
Yeah. So, one that like always comes to mind is one of the only Christmas pairs that I actually own. Um, and
Oh
I was
yeah, I
literally
forgot you
thinking
had
last,
those.
yeah, I was thinking last night. So, the Christmas pair that I had was the KD5s. They were like blue and red and green. Um, and it was supposed to like mimic kind of a fuzzy TV screen. It was really cool. I believe it had like some pixelated Christmas stuff on the insole, and it was really cool. I liked those a lot. But I was thinking back, bro. I've had KD 4, 5, 6, and 7s, and then I've also had a pair of 12s. Like I was kind of rocking with the KDs for a minute. Yes, those ones right there. Those are fire
Can I see
still.
the bigger screen?
I actually gave those. I wish I still had them. I tried to do a kind deed though. I gave them to one of my kids that I coached who didn't really have any basketball shoes. So I gave him the option. He wore 13. He's a big kid. I gave him the option of like 3 different pairs that I had. He picked those ones, so I gave them to him. I kind of wish I had. I kind of wish I had him still, but I wish I still had a lot of my KDs. I don't have my sixes either. I don't have my fours. I don't got my sevens. The only ones I have still are the Ant Pearl 12s, and they kind of hurt my feet. Maybe they need to get broken in a little bit more, but it's not like a every time you play type wear, so it's kind of hard to break them in when
Yeah.
they're not really not really ones you want to be wearing every single time.
But so were those KDs then like one of your favorites, or you're just reminiscing on owning a pair? Because I don't
I
think I
think
ever
I think
owned any of the
I think they're one of my favorites, honestly. Like I'm trying to
like
think back.
sentimentally too, though. It's probably like
Yes, I
making
mean there's a
you
big
think of
sentimental
them.
factor whenever I actually had them, but like I honestly think they're one of my favorites. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I know like the LeBron. I think you put them on here. The LeBron 10 ones I think were cool. I can't think of bad LeBron 10s that came out honestly. Until the 20, the LeBron 10s were my favorite LeBrons that have come out.
I
Um,
really like the KD 6 Christmas.
oh, those are fire, bro. I do
I
remember
love
those.
those with like that
Yeah,
candy coated looking red, like because it's all shiny, and then with the
yep.
the with the mint bottoms, man. I really really liked those. Those were one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
The LeBron 10 Christmas was a similar colorway to that. It's fire.
Yeah, because I think that might have been the same year, maybe. Because if you
Right.
remember, Nike would kind of have like a similar type of vibe on a lot of the Christmas
Yep.
shoes, like when they
Yep.
would all come out. Yeah, LeBron 10 Christmas is fire. The LeBron 11, I think I like more actually though. The LeBron 11 Christmas, it's like all mint green. If you've seen those ones, I put them on the
I
screen
don't
now.
think so.
I put them on the screen now if you haven't seen them.
Oh, yeah, I
Those
do
were
like those,
sick.
but I just don't like that
I
silhouette
don't
that
know the
much.
shoe that much. But yeah, I love those
I do remember. Hang
LeBron
on, let me
11s.
pull these up and see if it's what I remember them being. Hang on. You remember the Kobe 9 Christmases? They're the high tops. Those ones were fire. They were all red. I kind of like these right here.
Yeah, those are cool. I like the high
But
tops.
the high top Kobe's are cool. I kind of want a pair to try them out, see if they feel good or see if they feel awful.
I remember when
I
Ja
think
used to be wearing only
now I think it's
Kobe's.
kind of cool though because you get some guys customizing them recently though. Like I think it was
Tyrese
last year.
Halliburton had some elf shoes.
Yeah,
Is that
the
what you were
elf
gonna say?
shoes. Those were cool.
Those are sick.
Like you get more of that now, which I mean, it was way cooler when there was big deal with the Christmas releases. I wonder if it's because like Nike had to find a way to like get in on the Christmas stuff because Adidas had the jerseys and now Nike's got the jerseys, so they don't feel like they have to. I don't really know, but or maybe they just didn't do the numbers that they would have hoped. But
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
the reason why they came out with the Christmas kicks is on Christmas couldn't anybody wear like whatever color sneakers they want because back then they couldn't wear whatever sneakers they
You
wanted.
couldn't you had to wear like
But
mostly
but
team
yeah,
colored stuff.
and there was like certain holidays I think where they would let you
Right.
wear whatever. Like they
And
let you
that
wear
probably
themed
is why they
kicks.
did it then. Now everybody wears crazy shoes all the
So
time.
maybe
So
so maybe that's why they don't do it now. Now that I think about
right.
it, maybe they just did it because it was a special night where you could wear whatever shoes. They could be loud. They could be like stand out. Because then
Right.
they would always have an All Star release too, which they still release some new shoes on All Stars. But I just feel like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not like a package deal like it used to be. You know,
It used to
that's
be
what I feel like.
every single signature athlete basically got every holiday got a release. And a lot of
Yeah.
times they like were like you said similar themes to all of them and that was really cool. I kind of miss that stuff.
I can't remember any Adidas. I was sitting here trying to think of like Adidas hooping shoes, like signature athlete releases, but I really can't think of any for Christmas. Like a
I
Christmas
can't
T
really think
Mac
of
or
any either,
something.
honestly.
Christmas
Maybe they
Harden.
didn't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any. So I'm gonna just, I guess, act like they don't have any for now.
Act like it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Uh, but kind of moving on from that, um, we can move on to like some off the court like streetwear type releases that they've had. I wrote down a bunch on here. There was a couple that I didn't really know about that I had found just like researching this. That were pretty sweet. There was some that came out recently that weren't like an official Christmas release, but everybody was calling them like the Grinch, Travis Scott's or whatever. And that was because that's his. The Cactus Plant Flea Market is like his designs, or no?
No.
Or no, they were just saying like, yeah, but they were calling the Grinch shoes or whatever, but
Yeah,
they
yeah,
came
the
out around the holidays,
Cactus
I
Plant.
think. The
Yeah,
flea
those.
market ones with
Yeah,
you can like with the hair all over them.
yeah, yeah.
Those were
Those were.
insane.
I mean,
Um,
they were cool as like a specialty shoe, like I think, but
yeah, I
obviously
was
they're
just,
not like
but
a.
I was just gonna lead that into like I remember seeing these when they first came out, the Reebok Instant Pump Fury with like the Grinch. Like, there's been so many Grinch sneakers.
There's
These,
the New Balance ones this year. Also, you remember those?
yeah, I saw those, but then I was gonna reference these Adidas forums that came out recently that had like an official Grinch
They were actually the
collaboration.
Grinch. Yeah, yeah.
Um, but there's been so many Grinch sneakers that are like crazy and really out there. I think out of all of those though, um, my favorite would probably be I like the Insta Pumps, the
Those are
Reebok
fire.
ones. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool.
We need an
I thought
elf sneaker, bro.
I used to think that those bro, you know what they have? Elf Crocs. I just saw them when I was on the website the other day. And they're
Really?
kind of fire, bro. Like, because Crocs have been doing all those collaborations recently. And hold up one second. Riley's calling me. I got to text her. And yeah, Crocs. Let me pull them up real quick. Crocs Elf collab. But they've been doing some fire collabs, bro, and they've been hitting lately, bro. Crocs has really been like taking over again. It feels like
McDonald's
middle
Johns
school
they did
all
were
over
going
again.
crazy. The McDonald's ones.
Yeah, here they are, bro. Look, they're
Oh,
modeled
those
after
are
like his.
fire.
They got the fuzzy lining, but it's got that cut in the middle, like how his costume did, and he's got his little hat on the front on the gibbets, and
That's fire.
the back is like a belt, instead of just being a regular back. It looks like his belt, and it's
Right.
official collaboration, with Elf with the movie and
Right.
everything. So it's pretty neat that they did that. And they came out with those Shreks recently too that were insane. If you saw those.
Yep. Yep.
Um, yeah, we need more Elf stuff. You're right, bro. Everybody loves Grinch. I feel like those are probably the most two like famous Christmas movies right now.
I
I would
agree.
say those
I
are like
agree.
becoming the new classics. They were newer. I mean, Grinch, I guess, had like the old ones, and they had the
Yeah, but
book or whatever, and the old like animated. But as far as like the newer classics, like the movies that came out whenever we were little, was like Grinch and Elf. Those are like the classics now.
right.
Just crazy to
They're-
think about.
They still rock though, honestly.
But honestly, staying on this like streetwear Christmas sneaker thing, I think my favorite are the ugly sweater dunks. The ugly sweater dunks were like my favorites for a while, and a couple of guys had sold some like around the holidays on this sneaker group I'm on, and I had always thought about getting them, but I never did. Like whenever I would see them selling them, I think I like the darker colored pair better because there's like a white pair as well.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
looking at them now.
but they're neat, bro. I like Christmas sweaters. I like ugly Christmas sweaters. So yeah, I like them. Those are my favorites. What's your favorite as far as off the
Uh,
court? I mean, also there's some that I found whenever I was researching that I'd never actually heard of. That were maybe the best looking ones. That I think you would like. If you haven't seen them, you should look them up. The AirTech Challenge, the ugly sweater AirTech Challenge.
I don't think I've heard of that. Let me look.
We need like
It's like not a obviously not a Christmas release, but have you seen did you see the oh those are fire.
yeah, those are gas.
Those
And they
damn
got
near
like
might be my favorite.
different
Um
materials on them too, it looks like
did
so
you
it
see
kind of adds
the
to it.
did you see the like grandma's couch Adidas shoes that came out fairly recently?
Mm-mm. I didn't. Or wait, yeah,
They're
I did
those are
actually. They're
so
modeled after.
fire, bro.
They were kind of like modeled after that lady or whatever. I
Yeah.
saw. I
It was
saw a.
literally like it was like a I think it's a skater who's like designed them and it was literally based off like his grandma's couch.
Yeah, they're sweet. These.
Yes, bro. Fire.
Yeah. They are dope.
Honestly, you know which ones I really like are the Grange Adidas Forum. Like it's a pretty basic shoe, but it's like an actual collaboration, and I'm gonna go with those. I think as my
The Adidas
favorite.
Forum lows are actually pretty good silhouette too.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
like
I
a
felt about
solid,
them. I saw them
very
on foot a
wearable
couple
shoe.
times. Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw them on foot a couple times. They're like like they're like kind of like those similar vibes. I feel like Adidas should push them more like in that category of like the 550s and Air Forces for
right,
um New Balance and Nike respectively.
right.
Because I feel like they could be that shoe for Adidas really. Because like Adidas don't really have that shoe right now. I guess like the Sambas maybe a lot of people wear or the
Yeah, I think the
what's
Sambas
it?
is like their big shoe right now. It's obviously a different style of silhouette, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely their it's their competitive edge right now is the Sambas. For some reason has been huge in like streetwear type stuff right now.
That's their like a little kick around streetwear, wear with
Yeah,
anything type shoe right
yeah.
now. Um moving on though, I was just gonna mention like we're talking about holiday shoes and we're talking about only Christmas shoes, but there have been some other pretty cool releases that I had thought of that also were like holiday themed, and there was like mostly only Halloween ones that I had seen, like the Freddy Krueger, the Freddy
Fire,
Krueger dunks, fire.
fire,
The Friday the 13th LeBrons I wanted really bad in college because they had like the little
fire.
blood splatter on them and they were black, they were white, black, and red. And then the Harden Sevens that came out this year were maybe my favorite Halloween shoes that I've seen. They look like a jack-o'-lantern on the back.
I don't
Um,
remember those ones.
and they had like skeleton. I'll
You
pull
seen
them up.
you seen the like skeleton
Yeah, well, I was
AF
gonna ask you
ones?
what those were. I couldn't remember what they were. No, not the
AF
AF1s.
ones?
There was a hoop shoe, I think though, like a Adidas, bro, that had like a skeleton for the foot,
Really?
bro, and I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember for real.
These were the Hardens. This is like the side profile.
Those
Obviously,
are
it's like a
fire.
pump.
I
It
like
looks like a
those.
pumpkin kind of. But
Yeah, that's
then
fire.
for like the details, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Like you see how it's like got like the toes, like the skeleton
Yeah,
toes on the
yeah,
front, and then the back is like a jack-o'-lantern kind of deal.
yeah. Didn't even see those. Those are fire.
Yeah, those were insane. Um, but yeah, just to give some of the other holidays some love, and then obviously like Martin Luther. I think those used to come out on. They used to come out on MLK Day. They used to call them Black History Month. Those releases.
Yeah, yeah.
The one year they had so I that would be a holiday as well, but they have the one year they came out with like a bunch of like icons versions of like Adidas did. They had like different legends and stuff, and I had the Crazy Eights with Kareem on them,
Those
and I
were
still have them to
fire.
this day.
Those were
Uh,
fire.
the Crazy Eight Black History Month is sweet. Yeah, I still have them in my closet to this day. That was like the first pair of like shoes that I bought that were like based on like a release, like a big release for like
Right. Like
something,
kind of hype.
special.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I used to think they were so sick, and I barely wore them because they're kind of like big and bulky and kind of out there.
Right.
I
You
feel
don't
like I
want to
would
fuck
rock
them
them
up
more now. Like if I had them in the winter, like I could see myself low key just rocking them,
in
just
the
cause,
winter
just to
for
be different,
sure. That's a
be
good
different.
winter shoe for real.
Great winter
Stomping
shoe,
around in those.
great winter shoe. Definitely not a great summer shoe, I wouldn't say, to rock with
No,
shorts. They're
no.
kind of clunky and big, but toss some sweats on, you might
Then
be in
you
the
rock
game.
it. Yes, sir.
You might be in the game.
Yes, sir.
Um, but out of everything we just talked about, because I have one in my head and I have mentioned it already. What is your number one Christmas sneaker ever? That like you'd be like, I would cop right now if this came out. If they re-release these for Christmas, I'm copping. I just saw by
Man,
the way, on top of this, I just saw they're releasing some more KD3s, and I think they
yellow
maybe were
ones.
the Christmas. Was that the
Yeah.
Christmas colorway?
I think they were a Christmas release at one point, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you know what, man? As no, as much as it's a bit played out, I'm probably still taking the Grinch Kobe sixes.
Grinch Kobe sixes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with another 6, but I already mentioned it, and it's the KD 6s. And it was an era for the KD 6 where you just had to be there, man. Everybody had
Everybody
a
was
pair
wearing
of KD
KD6s. Bro, I
6s.
was wearing
People was
the
rocking them with
interesting
jeans,
the
everything.
interesting thing, bro, is I was wearing like my KD 4, 5, not 5s as much because they were too high, but like my KD's 4s and 6s, I was just wearing them, bro. It was weird.
Everybody
Like
was just wearing them though back then.
in the
And the KD
bronze
6 is
too.
like, bro, I saw a video the other day on TikTok. A dude was talking about it. He's like, these shoes were like goaded. Like they're like on a pedestal for sure for like people from my
Yes.
era. Like if you know, you
Right.
know. Like everybody had a pair. It seemed like they were like the cool shoe to wear. Like they had a billion colorways. The PB&Js were so sick.
PB
I
and J's
love the
are
PB&Js.
insane. The PB and
PB&Js
J's
were
were
fire.
insane. I had the
Uh,
N7 ones. Mine were the N7.
yeah, bro, those were insane. You don't have those anymore,
No, bro. I don't even know where they're at. I don't know what happened to them. I probably
bro.
traded Cody McMillan for something stupid.
I don't remember I don't remember what happened to some of my shoes either, bro. I lost some in
There's literally shoes that I don't know
shuffle,
what
man.
happened to them. Like I just
Yeah,
don't know where they're at.
same. I have no idea
There
on a
were
couple
shoes
pairs,
I
bro.
literally thought were at home, and I asked mom if she could grab them for me, and she was like, "Those aren't there." And I was like, "I have no clue where they're at anymore."
Yeah, it happens, bro. When you move around a lot, you got a lot of sneakers. You don't always take all of them. You don't take all of them with you, bro. Sometimes sneakers just disappear. I don't know. I
They
don't know what
they up
realm
and
they
walk
go to.
away.
I don't know what realm they go to. There's got to be some other people that have dealt with this other
Gotta
than
be.
just us.
It's crazy
Uh, and the thing is, too, is like we used to really wear our shoes and beat them up because that might have been like the only
for
shoe we
sure.
had or whatever for that school year. Maybe we had a couple pairs. I do remember once I got into high school, like I was saving like money from Christmas or birthdays. It seemed like all I was doing was buying sneakers with it at some
Right.
point, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, those were the days, bro. Honestly. Like I wish like that culture was still here, kind of where everybody just wore like basketball shoes was like the drip.
Bro,
Like,
think about how much more your feet hurt back then, bro. Now you're rocking New Balances. Your feet feel great.
no, bro, but bro, you can't tell me Air Forces are more comfortable than like a performance basketball shoe.
Bro, you wear New Balances. You don't wear Air Forces.
Okay, dunks. A performance basketball shoe is more comfortable than a dunk.
Yeah, absolutely. But you
Like
wear New
A
Balances,
Zoom
bro.
KD6 with like some Zoom underneath your feet, like
You wear New
bouncy with a thick
Balances, bro. You
midsole.
wear like the most comfortable shoes you can possibly wear.
I don't always wear New Balances. I wear Nike Pegasus every day, damn near, and they're beat. Them things are leaning. Yeah.
Must be that's the nice. I mean, I usually wear my go-to if like especially it's raining or something. I have the like black on black Terrascape Air Max 90s, bro, and I'm just rocking them. I don't care if they get dirty or anything, but
Bro, but you gotta understand, bro. I only have like 5 pairs of shoes here.
yeah, so you
Like
got
that
to
aren't
rock the
hooping
beat ones
shoes. Or no,
always.
I have let's see, they're all right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah. And then Crocs.
I need
Which
some more shoes. I'm
when I
trying to
got here and
sell
it
a
was
pair right now
when
though.
I got here and it was
Hey, if
warm,
anybody
bro.
needs a if anybody needs a size 13 airship, the Amon year release, let me know. I'll sell them to you. I'm trying to sell them so I can justify buying the Kobe's next week.
if they was my size, I'd buy them. Those are sick.
Fire.
They're only going for like retail though, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm just basically trying to get my money back.
Still got the receipt and stuff. See if you can return them.
You can't return them, bro. And they messed up. They got my shit got damaged in the
Yeah, the box did, didn't
in
it?
the box, so I'm trying to sell them on eBay because I can't sell them on StockX now.
Who delivered them? UPS, USPS?
I
Probably, I
don't
think
even
you.
remember to be honest.
I
Fuck them,
forget.
whoever did though.
FedEx.
Probably FedEx.
Being disrespectful with your box, bro.
Hella disrespectful.
But that about
But
rounds that up if you want to roll into the draft
let's
now.
draft them up, brother.
So the draft will be, like we said, we each have 5 picks. It'll be our favorite Christmas movies. So,
It will indeed.
Caleb, good sir, would you like to start or would you like me to start?
Oh, I get first pick?
Yeah, I'll give you an option for first pick, brother.
Give me Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color?
So you going Elf number 1?
Elf #1, no doubt about it. 1-1. I'm comfortable with that. Will not regret it one bit. Give me Elf. Give me Elf.
All right, so for my first round pick, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Grinch, Jim Carrey version though, to specify since there's been a couple versions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my first pick. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I usually watch it every year because it's my favorite.
The 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 Grinch.
And then do I get two or
Yeah,
is
you get two, and then we'll
we'll
start
alternate
alternating.
after that.
Yeah.
So for two, this is up there as well. And that would be The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
That's a great movie. That's a
Love
great
that movie, bro.
That is a fantastic movie.
I've rewatched it. Like the effects obviously aren't that good because like early 2000s. Like they got better in the later movies. Obviously
Yeah.
they got better like tech and stuff.
Right.
But man, I used to think that story was cool though. It's a good
It's a really cool
storyline.
story.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I like that movie a
For
lot.
sure. My second pick, give me Home Alone 1, the original. Give me Home Alone, baby.
Home
Kevin
Alone, the
McAllister.
OG, huh?
OG Home Alone, please.
Bro, Kevin's parents had to be loaded, bro. I think his mom was stay at home as well. Their house is low
Kevin's
key OD
parents
when you
were
watch it
loaded
back.
and also very irresponsible. I was listening to this podcast recently. They like randomly deep dive certain stuff, so they were like deep diving their opinions on Home Alone, and they were like, Home Alone is an example of one of those movies that was made however long ago, and if you made it today, it just would instantly end if because they would just have cell phones. Like Kevin's parents would leave, and then they would just call him and be like,
Yep.
"Hey, are you at home?" And he'd be like, "Yep," and they just go back and get him.
The setting has to be then, you know? Like if you
Yeah.
made a movie like that now, you'd have to like make the setting to where it's obviously like that time period, like the 90s
Right, you
or
couldn't make it
whenever it
now. I
came
wonder
out.
if kids today are like, why don't they just call him? Like, they're like, this movie's stupid. Why don't they just call him?
They'd probably be thinking that.
Probably.
But of course, they couldn't get to the phone, and she has like 100 kids she's trying to keep track of, and to be able to pay for all of them to like go on a vacation to Paris or wherever
France.
they were going, France.
France. Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, dang, they
Crazy,
were loaded.
man. It's
They were
crazy.
loaded. Okay. So for my three, oh, what should my three be? I feel like it maybe is goofy to do, but I like this one as well. I think it's low key a great sequel, and I'm gonna go Home Alone 2,
Like,
where
I
he's
was gonna
stuck in
pick
New
it if you
York.
didn't, so
Because
I was
that's a
gonna
low
pick
key a
it.
fire sequel, bro. That's
It's
a
so
fire
good.
sequel. It rivals the original, honestly.
It's so good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at you for picking that at all. If you didn't pick it, I was gonna pick it. So certainly no, you're not gonna get any hate from me on that pick. That's a fantastic pick. Um, let's see, what am I gonna do here? Give me, you know what? It's a good movie. So go ahead and give me A Christmas Story.
Dang. I wasn't gonna pick it early, but if it was 5, I was gonna take it. And that's I don't even really like the movie that much, but I was just gonna shout out Riley
That's a
on that
great.
one
It's a
because
great
she
classic.
likes that one.
What is that? Is that the one on TBS? They play it for like 24 hours straight on Christmas. It
Mhm.
just keeps
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Fire.
They do, yeah. It's a
You know
little
what
played
movie?
out.
You know what Christmas movie I'm not a fan of, and I don't think you are either. So I think I'm safe to say this. But maybe it's because our family never grew up watching it. And I feel like the people who really love it, it's like their family tradition is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, bro.
Oh, I like that movie, bro.
I don't think it's
That
that
movie's
good.
funny.
I don't think it's that good.
I don't think it'll make my top 5, but it is pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't think it does too
Um,
much for me.
I guess it's my 4, huh? You know where
Yeah.
I'm going. I was thinking you'll probably drop to 5, but I can't let it drop that far just in case. I gotta grab Polar Express, bro. That's my
Yeah.
stuff, man. I know you and wifey watched it recently and didn't like it, but you guys are just haters. It's all right. I think
Nah, bro.
that
It
will
just it
resonate.
was
I think that'll resonate
the
more with the people. That'll resonate more with the people. So Polar Express, I gotta get that.
yeah, I don't yeah. I'm gonna go see I'm going stuff from like I'm about to go to one from like our from the youth, right? And I don't know if it's gonna resonate or not, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. And I'm gonna go with the Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay, I'm getting Charlie Brown.
You can have it, brother.
Well, I
Never
mean,
was a
hey,
huge Charlie Brown guy.
that's fair. It was between that and another one, and I probably should have went with the other one because it'd resonate more with you as well. But I decided to go Charlie Brown for some reason.
Well, I don't really know what to pick for 5. I'm trying to think. I had to pull up a list here because I was trying to think of one. There's some that are in my head. There's a movie that I like. Um, there's a movie that I enjoy called Deck the Halls, where he tries to make his house like visible with Christmas lights from
Yep,
the
I remember
satellite,
that.
like on the in the sky,
Yeah,
in space, you know.
yeah.
And that's like his big thing. It's Danny DeVito, and I forget who the other actor is. He kind
I
of plays
remember
like the
that one.
neighbor that they're fighting back and forth or whatever.
Yeah,
I like that movie. I like Christmas Vacation. Um, but you know, there's something about it. Those can all be honorable mentions, but there's just something about those claymation Johns, bro. And when I
that
was a
was the other.
kid,
That was
when
the
I was a
other way I was
kid and
gonna
we used to
go.
watch
Yeah,
ABC Family 25 Days of Christmas, bro. I always liked watching the claymation ones for some reason. Like, obviously, not high tech, not a high level of CGI or something in this movie. It's not some elite story or acting or something, but it's just comfortable. And I got to go with Rudolph because that used to be my fave.
that's a great pick. That was my other one outside of Charlie Brown. So, that's a great pick. I should have went with that one. My 5th pick, and this very well could be a not um not widely held opinion, but I'm gonna go with a movie that we watched both of them recently, and I actually enjoyed. Maybe it's because we have a kid now or something. I don't know, but I actually enjoyed this version more than the version that you picked, and I'm going with the new animated Grinch movie. I think it's super cute. I like the story. It's great. So I'm going
Oh,
with that Grinch.
the new one I need to see. I saw they put it on Netflix. I've never seen it.
It's
It's
cute,
got
bro.
Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch, I think. It's got like the Tyler the Creator made a soundtrack, I think, for it.
Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot. It's really good. It's really good.
I need to
You should
watch
listen.
it.
You should give it a
Um,
watch.
but yeah, I think if you guys haven't watched them, if you're younger maybe and you're listening to this podcast, you should look up the claymation Christmas movies and watch some of those, bro. They're not very long, I don't
Yeah,
think,
they're like 30 minutes, I feel like.
and they're all pretty good, man. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is probably my fave, but I think my second fave is the one that's a Year Without Santa Claus. I think is pretty good. Um, yeah, and then what's the one with Heat Miser? Is that the one with Heat Miser and Snow Miser? I think it
I
is.
don't know, bro. I don't know, but that one is good though.
That one's fire. The Frosty one. I think there's a Frosty one. The Little Drummer Boy one.
They're literally all good,
Jack
bro.
Frost. I mean, Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. I
That shit's
mean,
all good.
they're all good, bro. If y'all haven't seen them, you should give them a watch for sure. Um, the last question I'll end it on is, what are you doing for Christmas? Before we leave,
Head,
we'll talk
we're
about what
heading
we're doing for Christmas and what we're looking forward to.
we're heading to Bethalto, man.
When's
We
the last time
are
you spent Christmas in Bethalto?
I don't know, for real. Maybe when we were at UCM.
2019. I mean, that's me too, for sure.
I think so. I feel like it. I know we spent the first Christmas in Fargo we ended
That
up
was
spending
2018, I guess.
with mom and dad because granddad passed away, but we were in Chicago and we definitely weren't planning on it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean the last time we were in Bethalto for Christmas, I feel like probably 2019, yeah, when we were at UCM.
2018, I guess it would have been because
Right,
would have been right before
right,
the new year.
right.
Um, Yeah, it's last time. So you're excited for that, huh?
Pretty excited, yeah. Excited to go back, see the fam. I know there's a lot of people excited to see Karsten, and excited to see some of our friends that we haven't seen in a while. And especially it's cool now that, like, obviously it's always fun getting together with your friends and stuff, but now that like a lot of us have kids that are somewhat around the same age, it's really cool that they can kind of interact with each other. With Karsten, it's different when they're babies because like they just sit there, obviously. But now that they can kind of move around and Carson's talks a little bit, and both of Nick's kids are moving around, obviously, and it's exciting to see. And Jake's little boy is walking around. Chris and Lindsay got Gemma. She's a baby still, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. It's cool that y'all got to do that kind of together because you guys all kind of had kids around the same time,
For sure. For sure.
Just
The one
pretty neat for y'all's friend group.
for sure. Absolutely. Like I'm glad we're all close enough to the same age. And then the one thing I know we always kind of shout out stuff we did recently. We went and saw Wonka yesterday. It was
It's
great, bro.
fire.
I liked it a lot. I really
Surprised
liked
you guys
it.
went and saw a movie. When's the last time you went
Yeah.
to the movie theater? It's probably been a minute, huh?
Woo. It's been
You know
a
me.
long minute, brother.
You know me.
I don't know.
I'd be in the movie theater every freaking week
We were
over
talking
here.
about it. We were talking about it yesterday. We were like, I don't know the last time we like went on a date really, but we went on a little date to see Wonka and we loved it. We loved it.
I heard it's supposed to be really good. I just saw a
Yeah,
review of it on TikTok, like a guy
we
that does
loved it
movie reviews, and he said it was really good and like a fun spin on the original and stuff, and really good acting and stuff.
for sure. We
But
liked it a lot.
yeah, I think for me this Christmas, me and Riley gonna be here. Probably whip up a good little spread, you know. I had to get busy in the kitchen again, like I did for Thanksgiving as well. You know, invite whatever teammates over that don't have fam here or whatever. So I think Jonathan probably will come over. You know, he's my neighbor. He came over last year as well. Spent Christmas with me and Riley. So he'll probably come. I got to remember to get him something this year because last year he came over with gifts and that threw me off. So he came over with gifts and showed me up a little bit. But I mean, I did cook him a
Damn.
whole meal. So I guess, you know, he at least got something out of me. But when he came with the gifts, I was stunned a little bit. The man was too stunned to speak. And he came with gifts and he gave us a poem with him because I guess that's Swedish tradition. So I'll have to get him something and I'll have to think of a poem to
That's
say to him.
tough.
A
That's
little
tough.
like it's like a rhyme basically. So like when they give gifts, I guess you come up with a little rhyme and then you say it. And so like as you say, as they're saying their little like rhyme poem thing, you're like unwrapping your gift slowly, kind of. And then
Yeah.
like the last rhyme rhymes with what the gift is.
Okay.
So like right whenever they're at the end, they're like, okay, now, and then you kind of say it together. I
Right.
feel like
Right.
that's that type of thing. So
Gotcha.
that was pretty
Okay.
neat. But also, I just want to shout out the 1 second. Gotta go over to my mini Christmas tree here. I just knocked something off it. If you heard something, it's all right.
What we
Uh,
doing right now?
Shout out to the fans. The fans here. We got the best fans in Romania. I always say it, but this girl that comes to every game and she sits front row. She made everybody Christmas ornaments.
That's
So
dope.
big shouts. It's like a
That's
little
dope.
American flag type vibes because you know they call me Americano. So she put like the little stripes on there. I mean, I don't blame her. She couldn't fit 50 stars, so she gave me one big one.
One big one. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Kind of like a Puerto Rico vibe, maybe, but still pretty cool. That she personalized. She had a whole shoebox full, and she had little paper bags with each ornament in it. She had one for like the whole team and the coaches.
That's
So
fire.
each one had like Merry Christmas, Jacob. I don't know if there's maybe some Merry Christmas, but in Romanian, and each one was like themed too. It wasn't like she just made them all and put our name on them. Like each one had a different theme, bro. Like
That's
mine was the American
crazy.
flag, and like Jonathan's was a little Swedish flag. I didn't see anybody else's. I saw coaches. Coaches was like our team logo on it, you know. So pretty neat, bro. Pretty cool. Just glad that I get to experience that and people that care enough that come to the games and kids, you know, and uh yeah, next game she sent me a Instagram message or whatever and said like, "Did you like the gift?" And I was like, "Yeah, I liked it a lot. I appreciate it." And I'm gonna bring her something for next game. So
Hell yeah.
I told her I'll have something for her next game. So I think we play on the 29th or something back at the crib. So have a little gift for her.
Come
But
here, buddy. We got a little special guest. Just came
just
up
wake
from his
up.
nap. Just woke
Boy
up from
not
his
pound
nap.
no
Come
more.
here. Come say hi to Uncle Cobby. Come here. Can you
Say
say hi,
Cobb.
Cobb? Can you say hi, Cobb? Hi, Cobb. Yeah.
Hi, CJ.
Yeah, we talking to Uncle Cobby.
What's up,
Just
buddy?
take a nap.
Mama.
And
Yeah, that's your
Mama.
mama. Who you sitting with?
That's Daddy's.
He wants the energy drink. He calls it Mama's juice.
Pause.
Hell
Is he? Wait, do y'all let him get a drink of it?
no, bro. What?
Oh, why would he want like if he continues to want it and he has like a name for it? That makes you feel like
Yeah, you gotta.
you
I
gotta let
mean,
him
that's what he calls.
take like
Because,
you-
bro,
you
because when
didn't,
he
like,
wants a
dip-
drink, we say no, you can't have that. That's mommy's juice or that's daddy's juice. Because he'll be like
like
"Chew."
you can't like dip your pinky in it and let him lick
Bro, no, he's not drinking caffeine, dog.
it.
Energy drink.
Mommy. Gosh.
See, mommy juice.
Yes.
This is the first time. This first time, bro's had a speaking role on the pod.
I
He's been
know,
on
right? He
before.
used to just sit there and chill.
Make noises.
He'd be super talkative whenever he gets up from his nap. Even.
Go.
Hi.
No.
He said, "Hi, cop."
Yeah, I'm just
Uh.
happy he can kind of say my name now.
So can you say thank you?
Do.
Cobb.
Thank you, cop.
You're welcome, CJ. I don't know what for, but hey, your Christmas present's on the way, buddy.
You say Merry Christmas?
No, that's too many.
He said, "Nah, I don't think I got that one in me, bro."
Your Christmas present's on the way, though, buddy. I think you'll really like it.
Like this.
You see,
You're welcome.
you see him do the sign language.
That boy gonna be
Fire.
signing.
Fire.
But all
He
right,
about
I
to
think
be
that,
on a
I think
Debo
that about
Samuel.
yeah, standing on business.
Yeah.
Not Debo, that's DK. I think that
Oh
does
yeah,
that.
DK Metcalf. Sorry.
I think that about does it for the pod. But it was nice talking to y'all. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We hope all y'all have a great Christmas, great holiday season, and
Yes, sir.
everything goes well, and you have good time with family and friends. Yeah, and just bring the good vibes this Christmas season. Leave the
Absolutely.
bickering and the arguing with the family members. Leave the beef at home. This is a time. This is the time for that, man. Just be thankful for what you have, even if it's not a lot, and enjoy yourselves. That's all
Yes,
we got.
sir.
Peace.
I agree. Peace.